Ready?
I'm ready. You ready?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Lights, Camera, DJs, The Is podcast.
What's up, Brandon?
Nothing. What's going on there, Duane?
Nothing much. It's a beautiful day outside.
It is a beautiful day outside.
Good mood. Good mood. Ready to go.
Awesome.
So what are we going to talk about today,
I
Brandon?
think today we're going to talk about TVs. We don't really
TVs?
talk about it that much, and a lot
Love
of people
TVs.
ask questions about the TVs that we provide at their event, so I think it's a good thing to talk about.
And what can you utilize TVs for? There's a lot of different things you can utilize TVs for. The most popular thing is slideshows. Everybody loves to put pictures up. So I want to even talk about slideshows. So as far as putting up slideshow pictures, a lot of people just take pictures of themselves, you know, as they were growing up, kids, and even the building into their relationship. But I tell people sometimes take it one step further. Even try to gather some pictures of your friends and family. So even at some venues you have the opportunity to play slideshows as the guests are walking in, and there's that kind of a 10 to 15 minute lull where your guests are filtering in the room and having their seats, but it's cool if there's pictures. Especially, I don't think most people expect when they go to a wedding that they're going to ever see a picture of them.
Yeah.
So they're going to expect to see a picture of a bride and groom as kids or with their family, not necessarily you as a guest, maybe, you know, a distant cousin or just a friend. So I think that's a good opportunity and a good time. I mean, it doesn't have to just be at that point, but it can be at any point. So, you know, who doesn't want to see themselves on a screen or something like that? Then the other thing is you can do those pictures of you growing up and, you know, the culmination of your relationship and things like that, which is always awesome. People love to see that. Like, you know, trips you've gone on, things funny, you know, serious. Even if you've done engagement shoots, so you can take engagement pictures, so they're professionally done pictures that are up on the screen. And then some of my favorite things to do are when you're doing like a father-daughter or a mother-son dance, we actually create slideshows here where you can take those pictures of, you know, the bride with her dad, and we can take those pictures and actually align them and sync it to your song so that the slideshow actually goes in timing with that song. And you can do the same thing with a mother, son, or any other special person you choose to dance with. So I think those are some of the great slideshows that can actually happen at a wedding.
How many pictures do you normally tell people to send us?
So it depends on, like, for the father, daughter, mother, son, it depends on how long the song is, to be honest with you, because the more pictures, the quicker the quicker the images are going to change. So if you have a 4 minute, or like a song like Boyz II Men, Song for Mama, that's, I believe, like 5 minutes and 3 seconds, but don't quote me. And, you know, so if you're picking, I don't know, 50 pictures, you know how long it's going to change. But so also, if you're using TVs, if possible, trying to pick pictures that are landscape orientation, so there's not black bars, but you know that happens as well. And then the other fun fact to know is if you have raw images, just actual pictures, those used to exist way back when, you can actually bring them to us and we can scan them, and now you have a digital copy, and then we can try to do whatever we can if we need to crop it and utilize it for your slideshow as well.
What about a standard slideshow?
Standard slideshow depends on if you're going to keep it on loop. Some people want to do a slideshow where, you know, they have all the guests together, and during dinner time, you know, they want a 7 minute slideshow. Okay, so bring us 50 pictures, bring us 70 pictures. If you want a slideshow that's going to continuously loop, I would say probably 75 to 100 pictures. Because if not, you're going to see the same pictures all throughout the night. And yes, it's fun, but I think it happens too quickly. So I would say 75 to 100 is a good, and like we just had a slideshow where we're creating 130 pictures, I believe. So that's going to loop for 10, 15, I mean, that's going to play for like 10, 15 minutes. So that's great, because you're generally not going to see the same thing, you know, throughout the night, every single time you're looking at the TVs.
And then I know that sometimes we play just in the beginning or at a certain time, or sometimes we'll actually play throughout the whole night. And what else can people do with the TVs?
So the other fun thing that you can do with the TVs, which I love, is it's called candid shots, where we would provide a candid photographer, and they have the ability to take pictures. Say, for instance, your ceremony's on site. We would take pictures not obstructing the view of any of your guests or your professional photographers or videographers or filmmakers, but then they're going to actually take pictures from a candid perspective, and even during cocktail hour take some pictures, and then after introductions and your first dance, you would actually see those images and your guests would see those images from the day. So it was taken a half hour ago, an hour ago, and now they're gonna see those pictures. And people, obviously, again, they love that. They're like, they're pointing at their friends, they're like, look, we're on the TV, and they get all excited. And then, so you're not expecting that. I think the unexpected is really, throughout any process, people are really, they get really excited about it because they're walking into, the reception room and all of a sudden there's a picture of them on a TV.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, wow, and it's nice because you can carry that throughout. So right after the first dance, those pictures could be up. After your cake cutting or parent dances, those pictures could be up momentarily. And it's a really nice feature, and we obviously go through and make sure that, everything is done correctly and put up there so that it's not actually edited pictures, so that everyone understands that. It's
Mm-hmm.
not edited pictures, but we go through the pictures and preview them before we display them on the TVs for everyone.
That sounds pretty fun.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Is there anything else that you wanted to add about the TVs?
I mean, I think the TVs is a really great feature, and sometimes you can actually use a TV not necessarily next to the DJ booth. You can put it in a cocktail space. Say you're having a Venetian in a separate room, you can actually take a TV and we can put it in another location. Or, for instance, if you want a looping slideshow, you don't have to have that in the vicinity of the DJ booth.
Mm-hmm.
Or some people think it might take away from their dancing, but it's not if you put it somewhere else in a
Mm-hmm.
remote location where people can take their time, whether it be near a guest book or something along those lines, or near a photo booth. So while people are waiting to do
Mhm.
something else, they can actually just look at the pictures. And people love to just look at pictures because it's memories. It's just bringing them back to times or seeing another insight to your life that they might not have been able to be a part of.
Mhm.
So
And especially when they're in them, so remember that, guys. Definitely send pictures in of your friends.
yeah, I mean, I tell people to take pictures
And
even
don't
from
tell
their
them.
from their bridal
Surprised.
party.
Yeah.
Take pictures from your bridal party because they spent all these months and sometimes years with you building up to your big day, and now to see just one picture that you've taken the time and energy to take a photo of them that that they're in with you, and make sure you don't leave anybody out, by the way, too. 'Cause sometimes people get upset about that. They're like, hey, there's no pictures of me in there, So, but you can always crop them.
Or just take one right before and send
Yeah,
it.
just do a quick selfie and be like, oh, I forgot Jim. But yeah, so I just think that TVs are a great aspect. You can always check online to see more things that we're going to be doing with TVs, because rumor has it there's going to be something that'll be happening very shortly here with photo booths and TVs. We can't tell you too much more, but it will probably be on their podcast. So make sure you subscribe for our podcast, because I mean, who
That's
wants to
right,
miss
that's
this?
how you get the cutting edge news.
Yeah.
All right, well, if you guys have any questions, you can hit me up at Brandon at Lights Camera DJs, and where can they find you, Mr. Duane?
They can find me generally here or at a wedding, but if they want to get in contact with me, they can reach me at Duane at lightscameradjs.com. So a couple people have actually asked. Duane is spelled D-U-A-N-E. There's no W's or Y's in my name, but I'm not sure any of you care, but I do, so just so you know.
So, D-U-A-N-E, guys.
Thanks. Also, don't forget, check out Pinterest, check our, obviously our YouTube channel for other things that appear.
Instagram.
Yeah. So if you don't necessarily want to listen to just listen to the podcast and you want to see our beautiful faces, you can also check out our podcast videos.
Yes,
So
it's on YouTube.
On YouTube.
Yes, and go make sure you check out the one with the photo booth. That was hilarious because we got all dressed up.
Yeah, and obviously if you guys want us to talk about anything for that matter, let us know, we'll talk about it. You can also check out our podcast very easily through our app. Lights Camera DJs, go on iTunes or Brandon's favorite.
The Play Store.
Yeah. All right, thanks.
All right, guys. Bye.
Bye. Cheers.